Can you build a full smart security system from cameras to locks, sensors, automations for a single mom with zero smart home experience? That's what we're doing here today. And by the end of this install, she'll have full home coverage with no subscriptions, hopefully no headaches, and full control from her phone. Let's go. All right, so our homeowner here has zero smart home experience and zero smart home devices, so everything's got to be really easy to manage once we leave, and that's one of the top priorities today. Luckily, we can accomplish all this with Aqara products. Now, big shout out to Aqara for sponsoring today's video and sending us all the smart home products we'll need to complete this security setup. I actually installed the Aqara doorbell, the new G4 10 doorbell camera here a couple weeks ago. So this is her first and only smart home device that she has right now. She's been loving it. So we're gonna add on to this and build out a full security setup. We're gonna start with this door lock right here. She has kids, so this way she'll always know when people are coming and going, unlocking the door. She'll be able to lock and unlock the door from anywhere. The U100 here has a keypad, which is great for guests. It has a fingerprint sensor, which will be probably great for the kids, but also Apple HomeKey support. So if you're using the lock with Apple HomeKit, you can just tap the lock to unlock it. All right, next I want to talk about lighting real quick. Lighting is really important for security, and right now they don't really have any lighting outside. So a simple way we're going to fix that is by just installing some smart light switches. So these are great because everyone can still use the light switch without killing any automations or anything like that, but we'll be able to automate the lights outside on the front porch to come on and off, you know, when the sun goes down and things like that. So we've got two of them right here. These are Aqara's new H2 light switches. I have just the simple one channel light switches, so we're not going to overcomplicate things here. I'm going to replace both of these. One controls the light on the front porch, the other controls the foyer light right up here. And I actually have something special in mind for the front foyer that we're going to be able to tie into automations and stuff for that lighting, so stick around for that. All right, our switches are installed. Now these switches can support the Thread or Zigbee protocol, which is nice. I actually converted them over to Zigbee because I kind of like Zigbee if you have an Aqara hub in your house, and we do have a couple that we're gonna have here. We got the front doorbell camera that can act as a hub, so we can connect Zigbee devices to that, or we can do the G5 Camera Pro. There's a bunch of Aqara hubs that you can use, but I like using these over Zigbee. If possible, it's just super fast and reliable. And we're also going to be able to connect all of the little sensors to these hubs, the camera hubs, over Zigbee. All right, next we're going to do cameras. So we already got the doorbell camera installed by the front door. I have two more cameras, so we're going to basically get cameras set up around the perimeter so we can see everything going on outside. I have here the Aqara G5 Pro. This is the Wi-Fi version. They also make these in PoE. This is a great security camera. It can also act as a hub too for your other Aqara accessories like the doorbell camera does. This here has probably the best color night vision I've seen in any camera. So we're gonna install this one over the garage here, looking out, so we'll be able to see basically the whole front yard and the garage there. And then we have the new Aqara G100 camera. This is an indoor-outdoor camera, super affordable, and you can get this for like around $40 on Amazon. So we'll put links to everything down below in the description. I'm gonna put this one on the back side of the house. So with these, plus the doorbell camera that we have by the front, we'll have basically all the main access points to the house covered under surveillance. So one of the things that is kind of annoying is that the cameras, they connect over USB-C, which is great. That means you can get just standard USB-C cables if you need longer ones, but they don't give you a brick, a power brick in the box. So you have to have your own USB-C power bricks something to keep in mind if you don't have a bunch of these laying around the house already. I'm gonna get this one installed right here over the garage, looking down. This thing has vehicle recognition, all kinds of great features. So this is gonna be a great addition to the driveway right here. Nice and secure. Just slide this bad boy right in here. Boom. A little security screw right here on the back. Tighten that up. Now the G5 Pro can be used as a Zigbee hub, a Matter hub as well, if you have a bunch of other smart home accessories, like all the sensors and things like that. We're connecting actually all of our sensors mostly to the doorbell camera, but you can use this also, which is great for people who are just getting started. You want to add Aqara accessories and you don't already have a hub, you can use this as your hub. Now this camera does have onboard storage, but it's not replaceable like an SD card or anything like that. So there is built-in storage that you can utilize for local recording on this. And these do also support HomeKit secure video. There is the cloud recording through the Aqara app. You can also connect these to a NAS system, and they support RTSP. For those more advanced users, you can connect these to multiple ecosystems in your smart home. All right, so I'm just gonna tuck these wires away here. All right, now I'm gonna start installing these little Zigbee sensors. So these will connect to any Aqara Zigbee hub. We've got the doorbell camera and the G5 Pro that we can connect these to. And there's a lot of windows. The homeowner wanted door sensors on all of the windows and stuff downstairs. So we're gonna put these all over the windows and then also on all the main doors. So we'll be able to get notifications when somebody opens or closes the doors. We'll also be able to configure these in the security system. So if the security system is armed, one of the windows opens, it will trigger the alarm and all that good stuff. All right, let's go. We're gonna start with this window right over here. Next, we're gonna install some water sensors. Now, I recommended these personally because these have been a huge lifesaver in my house and multiple people that I know. So we've got a bunch of these that we're gonna install in different places: hot water heater, washing machine, under sinks, and these pair up really easy to any of your Aqara hubs, like that doorbell camera hub that we have out front. Now we talked about lighting already a little bit with the front porch, light switches and things like that, but I wanted to add one of these. This is the Aqara T1 light strip here in the kitchen. This is more of a nice to have kind of thing, more so than a security thing, I guess. We are gonna tie this into the security system a little bit, which I'm gonna show you in a minute, but as you can see, it's kind of dark here up under the cabinets. I know they like to cook a lot, so we're gonna add this here underneath the cabinets, and this connects over Zigbee to any of the Aqara hubs as well. And that's what's just great about Aqara is they have so many products, lighting products, security products, doesn't really matter. You can essentially build a full smart home using just Aqara products. So we're gonna get this added up under the kitchen cabinets here, tied into our security system, but this is also gonna give some nice functional lighting here in the kitchen when they wanna cook. All right, now I mentioned earlier that I have something else in mind for this front foyer light, and that is the T1M ceiling light. I actually had one of these in my house that I wasn't able to use, so I brought this over here and we're gonna install this in the foyer. What's great about this is that it will tie in and work really well with the H2 light switches that we already installed over there. And I'm also gonna be able to use this with our security system. So I'll set some modes so that when the security system is armed, the accent light around it will turn red and stuff like that, just to give everybody in the house a visual cue that the security system is armed. Plus, it'll add some great lighting. We can do effects and all kinds of cool stuff like that with it as well. So I'm gonna get this thing installed over here, and then we're gonna tie everything all together for this complete security system. All right, so now that we have everything set up and installed, let's talk about control. There's a few ways to control your system. We have everything controllable through the Aqara app, which is what we set up for the homeowner here. Now, like I said before, you can add any of these accessories to your smart home ecosystem. If you're using Apple Home, Amazon, Google Home, all that stuff, it will work in those systems as well. Again, this homeowner has zero smart home experience, so they don't have any of that stuff set up. So we're gonna be using the Aqara app to control everything. So this is actually very convenient for anybody who's just getting started. You don't have to have any other smart home ecosystem set up. You can do everything in the Aqara app, and you can create these custom dashboards for control. You can of course look through all your accessories here, but what I like is the home tab view, and I set up some different dashboards for the homeowner to have all the most important things very easily accessible to them. So I set up 2 dashboards, and you can set up as many as you want, but you can see I have a security dashboard and a lights dashboard, and you can just quickly scroll back and forth between your different dashboards. Well, first at the top of security, you can quickly see these little icons. I can tap on that and see what lights are currently on, so that's helpful. But then below that, we have quick access to all the important stuff, right? So I was thinking this is the stuff she would want to see if she's laying in bed or if she's out and trying to check on the home and stuff like that. We have a way to quickly enable the alarm system. So if we tap on that, you can arm the system for home or disarm it. I only set up those 2 modes. We're gonna come back to the alarm system in a minute. So she can arm it right there. You can lock or unlock the front door with a quick tap right here. And then below that, we have our different camera feeds. So there's a few different ways you could set this up, but I wanted everything visible from this screen so she can see our doorbell camera, the driveway camera, and the backyard camera, all from right here. Of course, you can tap into any of these and go into your playback and look through things that way. So it's just a quick way to get to all of our cameras and just see everything, you know, the live view right there. Below that, I put a little history event section where you can see all of the most recent events that were recorded and captured from the different cameras. You can see I'm actually in a lot of these videos here. So we've got a lingerer detected on the front porch, person detected in the driveway. And if you tap on any of these right here, it will take you to that specific event that you can then watch right from there. So nice way to see the most recent events that were captured by your cameras. And then below that, I just put the 3 main doors that we set up with door sensors, so she'll know if the doors are open or make sure they're closed when you want them closed. So that's the security dashboard that I set up. One of the things she said she really thought was awesome was the ability to turn off and on the lights right from her phone. So I set up a light dashboard here that she can quickly scroll to and control the lights that we set up. You've got the kitchen cabinet lights you could just turn on and off right from here. She can control the brightness, and she can control the front porch light. We have the foyer light, and then the foyer accent light, which is the little LED ring around that ceiling light. She can turn them on and off or tap into any one for more control and change the effects and all that fun stuff. Now these dashboards are really customizable, which is nice. So you can tap edit, you can tap on any one of your little boards here, you can change the look and style. So here you can see some of the different styles for the lights that you can use. If I tap on select cards, let's just show you some of the options here. This home view is a pretty cool one. So if I tap that, this is gonna give you, and tap save, let me show you this. This is just gonna give you a way to quickly switch between your cameras. So this will take up less space if you want, which is really nice. So you can tap through your different cameras to see everything that's going on right from one board. And you can even scroll the timeline here, which is pretty awesome. So that's a really nice little thing. Let's look at some of these other options here. You can add alert system, which we did before. You can add a log to see the log of everything going on in your house. You can even add weather conditions to show you the weather in your current area. You can add scenes. We haven't created any scenes, but scenes are a way to just control multiple accessories all together at once. Like you could have a lockdown house scene that maybe arms the security system and locks the doors, things like that. You can add individual devices, which you've already seen. And then the player is going to be your different cameras. You can do a camera group or individual cameras like we just showed you. So I'm going to remove that one from my lights, and that is going to be how she can control her security system and the lights that we set up right from here. Another thing that I found really helpful is having manual control. So I have some of these Aqara wireless mini switches. Basically, it's just a smart button. These connect over Zigbee to our Aqara hub. So I'll connect these to that doorbell camera hub, and I'm going to create just some automations with these that do different things just to give her manual control. One of my favorite automations is just, I have a little button by my bedside that I push at night, and it turns off the lights and arms the security system. So I'm gonna do something similar for her where she can just push this button, it'll arm the security system, maybe turn off certain lights and things like that. And I've got a couple of these that I'm gonna set up and maybe even hide in certain places to arm the security system and different things like that. So these are really helpful for manual control. You don't have to take out your phone. Anybody can use them in your house. You don't have to be set up in the app or anything like that. Now, speaking of automations, let me show you a couple of the automations that I set up already. We talked about the ceiling light out there that is going to basically turn the ceiling light, that little LED accent light, red when the security system is armed, and it's going to turn it off when it's disarmed. And you can see right here, the home mode is armed, and that way it will be red, so people in the house will know that the security system is armed. Don't open the door without disarming the alarm system, because it will trigger the alarm. Now, also, I told you how dark it was out front in their house at night. So I'm also gonna set up an automation that's gonna turn on the front porch light every night at sunset, and it's gonna turn it off in the morning at sunrise. This is just gonna add some light to the front of the house every night. It's definitely gonna help a lot with security, and plus we have those cameras out there now, definitely a big deterrent for anybody who might be up to no good. And that G5 camera that we have over the driveway also has a really nice spotlight that we could turn on and off with automations and stuff like that. So I might set up something like that as well. Now let's talk about those alarm modes real quick. If we go into the home alert system right here, if you tap on the upper icon in the top right corner, you'll see it comes with basically 4 modes, and these are all exposed to Apple HomeKit as well if you want to use the Apple Home app, but you need to configure your security system here in the Aqara app. So that's referring to which devices will trigger the security system if we have armed the system. So right now, our basic guard, this is running 24/7. So you can see here, I just have my water leak sensors added to this so that at any time, any day, if one of those sensors detects water, it's gonna kind of sound the alarm and it's gonna send us a notification, all that stuff on our phone. So far, I've just set up the home mode for them. You can do away modes and night modes and use different sensors for different modes and things like that. We didn't add any motion sensors here in the house today. You can add motion sensors. Aqara also makes really nice, affordable motion sensors, but we did just door and window sensors mainly for our setup today. And so in the home mode, you can look here and you can add different devices to the home mode that will basically trigger the alarm system when it's set. And I added all of my door and window sensors here so that if any of these is opened, when the alarm is set, it's going to trigger that alarm. Now, you might be wondering, where am I going to hear that alarm? First of all, you're going to get a notification on your phone immediately if the alarm is ever triggered, but you also have different devices in your house that can sound the alarm through Aqara. Now you can get their Aqara M1S hub that has a loudspeaker on it. The M3 has a pretty nice speaker on it as well. Luckily for us, we have that Aqara doorbell camera that we set up on the front. That comes with a little chime box that goes inside, and this has a very loud speaker on it as well. It chimes when somebody rings the doorbell and stuff like that, but it will also play a very loud alert sound if somebody triggers the security system. So that really is enough for us here in this home. Again, that combined with the notifications, if that alarm is ever triggered at night or something like that, it's gonna wake up people. You're gonna get those notifications on your phone if you're not here. So it's all working really well together. We have really built out a full security system with this Aqara stuff with 0 subscriptions. Now, Aqara does offer a Home Guardian subscription service that you can sign up for if you want with your cameras. This gives you like 90 days of cloud storage, AI filtering with your alarm videos, and some other features like offline review, cloud encrypted storage and stuff like that. So you can get that and get like 90 days of cloud storage with your cameras. It's not required. Again, all these cameras do record locally as well. We got some pretty big SD cameras in the doorbell and the back porch camera, so it's gonna be recording locally on those. We can access that footage anytime right on our phone. And the G5 camera on the driveway also records locally, and you can access that footage as well. If you do use HomeKit and have Apple Home set up, you can take advantage of HomeKit secure video on any of these cameras if you have a compatible iCloud plan already, and that will give you cloud recording through iCloud, and you can access your footage there as well. All right, so we have completely set up a security system from scratch here today using Aqara products. Aqara makes so many great affordable products that you can use in your smart home. They are great if you're just getting started. You can get one of their cameras or a different hub and start connecting different sensors and everything like we did today. And of course, if you have a smart home setup already, whether it's Apple Home, Google Home, any of the major smart home ecosystems, you can integrate any of these devices into your smart home system. So there's a wide range of products, and they're all very compatible with your existing smart home if you already have one set up. I've been using Aqara products for a long time. They're affordable, they work really well. You can pretty much find anything you'll need for your smart home. I've done a lot of videos on Aqara products, so if you want to check out more details on any of these, many of which we used here in today's setup, I'll put a playlist right up here you can click on to dive deeper into any of the Aqara products that we've used before. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.